Name?
My
Where are you
name's
from?
my
What
name's
brings you
Jeremy Youngren. I am 53, living in Salt Lake City. I've been homeless since 2018, November 8th, when my town, Paradise, California, burned up.
Oh,
Pacific Gas and Electric was culpable for it, and I lost my home, my business, my car, my cats. 8 friends of mine died in the fire trying
wow.
to escape. I was down the hill in open heart surgery when this happened, and I got to
Oh,
see it on live TV, see my home burn. And at that very time, because I had like an 80% chance of dying because of open heart surgery, and they told me to tell my wife goodbye of 18 years. And
no.
I did, and she ran off with my best friend. So I lost my home, business, car, cat, everything. And so I came back here in 2019. And
Are
I've
you
been out.
originally from Utah?
I was born in Murray, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's your
Yeah, my
back.
father's still out here
Okay.
and stuff.
Oh,
So.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to
Yeah,
hear
so
that.
that I've been homeless ever since. Yesterday, I finally got off the street, and I'm in like a care home thing. But I'm 10 years younger than anybody there. I felt the reaper chasing me today.
That's okay. You better stay healthy now.
That's what I'm trying to do. But,
So, being out here and you've been homeless for so long, have
yeah,
you experienced any addiction issues? Any?
a lot of harassment and like discrimination issues.
Okay.
People, when you carry a backpack around this town, they'll look at you like you're a disease.
Right.
And I mean, I've actually been discriminated on that way many times. And they'll assume that you're homeless if you have a
If you have a
backpack, and they'll come
backpack.
up and hand you a burrito or something.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just going to work here.
And there's like a phobia attached to it, and they don't realize that most people are like 2 or 3 paychecks away from being right here where the
Absolutely.
hell I am. And it's real sad that we have to deal with discriminating against each other
Yeah.
when we could all be in the same boat. I was a business owner. I had a really successful computer resale business, and my whole inventory got cooked. That fire came through the town at 45 miles an hour, and I had no choice.
Everything just
If I was not down the hill having open heart surgery, I'd be dead.
Oh my
I'd be
gosh.
trying to save my stuff. And I know me, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have heard evacuate like my 8 friends didn't.
Yeah.
I would have been right there trying to save my shit, and it would have cooked me. So. Luckily, and I got my divorce. She's still with my ex-best friend.
Oh.
But at least there was some longevity there. But I'm gone. I got my divorce. I posted it on the courthouse wall.
You're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I said I left town before I killed them both.
Good choice, right? Good choice.
I said no. I better just be good and leave town.
Yeah.
Because I'm a jealous man, and
I
18 years
understand.
is a long investment. I did not want to lose my wife of that long. She told me 3 years
Your best
later.
friend.
Yeah, she told me 3 years later that was her worst mistake she's ever made in her life. That was a consolation, and I was like, okay, I'm glad of that.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah,
But, here's your divorce papers.
Yeah, well, no, I told her when I left. I posted them on the wall. It only took 28 days, and I told her 63 days later, just to make sure there was enough time to be gone.
Enough time, huh?
Yeah, but that's exactly what happened with me. I got out here in May of 2018.
Yeah.
Or actually 2019.
And
I
you
got
just
May 3rd is when I
recently
got.
got off of the streets?
Yeah, just recently. I've been
Nice.
homeless, like terminally homeless or whatever.
Yeah.
Chronically homeless, they call it out
Chronically
here.
homeless. How does it feel to have a place, even though it's not the best of things right
It
now?
scares the hell out of me because
Spot.
I recognize some people from the shelter that I had seen in the shelter before, and the reason I quit the shelter is the drug use and the thievery.
Okay.
I mean, even the workers there at the shelter were taking my stuff.
The
And
addiction.
my knives and everything else. I mean, they took a lot of stuff from me, so a lot of tools, a computer, So you
Yeah.
get upset and you're like, well, hell, what good is it even having anything in the shelter if I can't keep it?
Yeah.
And homelessness means that you don't get stuff. If you have stuff like what you see around here, you're gonna, they get chased out of the park every night, have to come back in at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know I lived here the last 6 months.
Wow.
So, and that's what I've been doing every night. We're running, the cops harassing us, sprinklers go on at a certain time, and then, they're putting them on just to get your shit wet and get you out of there.
Just to get you up and out, yeah.
And that's
And-
another discrimination that we face. It's really hard. I mean, there's some people with big hearts, mind you, that come out and they'll feed us sandwiches and give us some water. And God bless them. I love every one of them because they are 3 checks away from being right where I'm at. I never would have thought that. I had a bad tooth, infected my heart. That's the only reason I survived.
Oh my
one
gosh.
bad tooth saved my life.
What do you
Yeah.
think that, not just individuals or community or upper management of the state, whatever you want to call them, what do you think is needed? Like resources?
Compassion. There needs to be more mental health resources, more food stamp, and temporary, help economically. They
Yeah.
have to have some kind of boon or a place to stay.
Something.
They have one trash can place that has a little like one of these big trash cans that you see around here. You can have one of those and store it in this warehouse, a place for your things, and you can only go in a couple times a day. You know what I mean? It's like really a pain in the ass, and it's way over on North Temple, and
gosh,
you can't.
yeah.
I mean, most people, if they have anything and they want to stay out of the weather, they're going to carry like a shopping cart full of shit or something else, or a wagon, and usually it's a wagon because they're still in the shopping carts back now. So if you have a shopping cart, they're going to take that. But if it's like one of these little wagons that you see on wheels, they can't touch it. So usually, and as long as you don't have everything strewn about, and which if you're living in a bag or have ever lived in a bag,
Yeah,
you know how it is when you want your toothpaste and you can't find that shit. So that's real.
You
right
said you don't have addiction issues or even.
When I got out here, I did. I was addicted. I started. I met a young lady. She was using heroin, unfortunately, and I started using heroin right alongside her. At first, I smoked it, and then I started shooting it. And I got into it. I started using for like a full year. And I was like getting a gram a day. A gram a day habit, just boom, boom, doing all I could. And I ended up wanting to get off it, so I went to methadone clinic and I started doing methadone. And that was 100% worse than heroin. It was the worst kick of my life. I've never had to come off of a drug, and I've gotten hooked on oxys, quit them, all that shit. You know what I mean? But heroin and methadone, it gets in your freaking bones. And Suboxone made me sicker than the dog. So it was like, I mean, really,
right?
But I did quit a year and a half ago. My cousin died. They called him Joker. He died right down at the Gateway Mall, and here in Salt Lake, and found him on a piece of foil, slumped. And that told me that, I went to his funeral, cried like a baby, and I said, I'm never going to put a needle in my arm again. And I didn't.
And that mindset changed.
And then I flew right to Tucson, Arizona, and I stayed 25 miles away from anybody.
Good on you.
With a friend, and I quit methadone, and I quit heroin, and I quit needles, and I haven't done one since.
So with that, actually, what would you tell like some of the younger viewers that are watching?
Right.
What would you want to tell them, like how to avoid it?
Don't start it. You see people doing it. It does not take away your pain. It's going to increase your pain. So all you're going to do is you're going to trade one hurt for another, and it's going to be really hurtful, and it'll kill your friend, or end you in jail, or it's going to kill you. That's what I can tell them. I mean, literally, I narrowly escaped it, and thank God I don't do any deals or any bullshit anymore. I've actually accomplished it.
Baby steps. So, you got that's all that matters, and you have that outlet.
You have to want to quit.
Yes.
And until you actually want to quit, you ain't gonna quit. So that's all I can say is you got to really want it and take it and say, I'm not gonna die like this. That's what caused me. Seeing my cousin die and going to his funeral and realizing how close this could be the end of your story.
Yeah.
And the same with me. They gave me 3 years to live 5 years ago, and I'm still alive. But they also changed my heart valve. And they changed my heart valve. Now I got a potential for 20 or 30.
There you go.
So,
and way bigger reason.
Well, now I know that we can't take it with us when we go. What's important is us to each other, how we are with each other, and how we can help each other. And that's it. You ain't going to take nothing with you when you go. You came in naked, you're going to go out naked. So you better make good vibes and good energies and be remembered with a happy thought. Rather than be remembered as the scumbag that stole my shopping cart.
Exactly. Exactly.
For real. So that's
thank you. Thank you so much.
That's my whole story. I'm out here now. I just barely getting housing, and
I'm happy to hear you got some housing.
If I stay with this and I intend on it. And then I'll get permanent housing and I'll be okay. And that's okay. I'm waiting on Social Security disability right now.
Okay.
After 5 open heart surgeries. I mean, I'm pretty. I'll do a show. I've been cut to death. They use every knife in the drawer on me. Put my heart on the plate, and But they called me Tin Man because I had a mechanical heart.
Oh wow.
It used to tick like a clock.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
the nurses would actually line up to hear my heart. Yeah,
oh wow.
because it was that rare. But that was the 3 years that I've survived. So
That's amazing. And that is a great story. I
yeah,
appreciate your time. If anybody
I
has
told
any,
you it's an interesting one.
yeah,
And
it
it's all
is.
true. I have not lied about a damn thing.
Are you out here often? Like we're
I'm
going to be
out here
out
every
here.
day. I
Okay.
came out today because honestly, I didn't want to go to a nursing home yet.
Well, that's where you got to be, right? You got to be
Yeah,
out and
no,
about,
so
keep
but I
yourself
get
busy.
back at 10 and I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up in the morning, come out again.
Oh, good.
But I
Well, you
try
have
to
a
help
safe
my
place.
friends here and stuff. Yeah.
Safe place to lay your head at
They
night.
are my real family too. The people that are out here experiencing homelessness.
All of it with you.
I'm experiencing it too, and it's like I mean,
It's more of a community,
right
for you.
Oh, it is, and we all watch each other's ass. If I see somebody going through their stuff, I'm gonna hem them up, and vice versa.
Come to Jesus moment, huh?
Yeah, but
well, no, that's good. You gotta protect yourself
and each other.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hurt women or allow women to be hurt, not animals be hurt. And that's a case value, something that I have a moral compass. And I try to spread that to the younger ones that are around. Hey, this is how the old beards do it. We don't allow that.
Yeah.
You're not going to come in and beat your girlfriend in front of me. I'm going to beat your ass if you do. That's real.
Oh, man. Well, we'll be out here again, and we'll come and find you.
Okay.
And, if
I'm TinMan. If you ask for TinMan, you'll find me.
Good to know. Good to know. Tiffany, Stephanie.
All right. Tiffany, Stephanie, thank you for doing this.
That's cool. Thank you.
All right.